Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you how to install baseboard diffusers for your basically for your ventilation system. So I have an older house, and so basically I needed to replace these baseboard diffusers because they were very ugly and weren't working correctly. So this comes in two pieces. There's obviously the housing, which I have bumped up against the wall right here, and then the actual diffuser itself. This is how you can control the dampening to either stop air from coming out or allow it to come in, and then these vents move that air in different directions. So the two parts basically, so obviously we have our housing, and I can feel the air coming up from the vent right here. Now this housing should be very tight to your molding. This is a baseboard diffuser, so obviously I have molding on either side. I actually had to use a chisel, or you can even use like a multi-tool or a whatever you call it, basically, or oscillating tool, just to trim out that side a little bit, just so this will fit. You want it to fit tightly, but right here is actually where my vent is coming up. So over the top of that, I'm going to put my housing, and it should fit, like I said, very tightly. So I like to just put this up against the wall and then use a rubber mallet or a resin mallet like this is, and just very lightly tap it so that it's nice and flush on the bottom and on the back. Now in this, obviously I have all these tabs in the back, and these I'm just going to use drywall screws in. This is going into drywall, so I just want to secure it to the back there. And then I have a few options for screws right here. So I'm just going to put one screw in there, and I'm actually going to put it in the back hole. And the reason I'm doing that is, you know, these things they're consumables. You know, the diffusers, they might be on your house your entire life, but if somebody wants to, if you sell your house and somebody wants to replace them, or you yourself want to replace them, you don't want holes sticking super far out, especially if you have a hardwood floor like this. You want to keep them tighter to the molding, because then they're going to get covered by a diffuser again in the future. So making sure that this is nice and tight. I'm going to put the screws in, and then I'm going to show you how to actually click in the diffusion and in the wall part of it. So it's always a good idea to pre-drill anything that you're drilling into. So I have pre-drilled the holes that I'm going to put in the hardwood, and then I have to pre-drill the ones that I'm going to put in the drywall, so that I'm not splitting the drywall out or anything like that. Basically the one that you want to worry about is you always want to pre-drill anything that's going into wood. Even if you have, like, these are, I believe, decking, a type of decking screw, and they have a self-tapping bit on the front, but you still want to at least give it a start, so it has something to bite into. But I'm going to put the two screws in here, and then the three screws on the back, just to hold this all in place. You really don't need all three, but it is helpful to have a little bit of extra grip on there. So that's in place. There we go. Now, the drywall screws that I'm using, I like to organize all of mine in these little kids, like, you know, they're like the pen and pencil bins, just so I know what sizes. These are very short. These are maybe 1.25 inches long, if not maybe even closer to 1 inch long. So you don't really need very long screws to do this. Just whatever you have extra that's on the smaller side, just because you don't want to be drilling super deep in with these. It doesn't, you know, they don't really need a ton of hold down. Perfect. So now this is in pretty stable. Now on the sides, this is the back of the diffuser bit. It has these little clips. And so on the bottom here, you have a little opening. So what I'm gonna want to do is kind of compress those clips in a little bit so that it fits on either side of the door and put them down in that channel. So that allows the door to kind of slide in. Then you press this upwards. So you want to keep that door back there so it matches up here. And then basically you lean it backwards and clip it into place. Now to open this up, you push this down so that that's all the way open. And now basically your diffuser is all in place. So that's really all it takes. It's pretty simple to install these baseboard diffusers, but just getting the doors out of there so you can install the housing and then putting them back in is really the difficult part. But once you do, all it is a couple screws, putting the door back on, and then you're all set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.